Welcome back, my fellow Americans. Now, we couldn't do a show about America without acknowledging the men and women in uniform who fought and will continue to fight to keep this country as free and awesome as it is. Now, Smashing Pumpkins frontman and fellow Chicago native holler, Billy Corgan recently teamed up with the Easter Seals to ensure that the music community is doing their part to give back to the veterans of the American Armed Forces. This edition of Helping Hearts is presented by Lowe's.
My name is William Patrick Corrigan.
And I'm Colonel David Sutherland. Easter Seals has been serving veterans, military families since World War II. And in 2012, they made a concerted effort to increase that connection locally through the creation of Easter Seals Dixon Center, a place, an entity inside Easter Seals that's providing leadership, solutions, research, best practices, supports, and training. And they're changing the conversation about the potential for greatness of those that have served.
I became more engaged in this particular issue as it pertains to the vets through a friend of mine who'd served, saw some of the stuff he'd been through, and I started looking at the issue from a different perspective. When I put the pieces together between my friend and knowing that I've come from military, I thought there's a vacuum here where the artistic community is not stepping in on a civic level to support the vets. So what we're trying to do in a very sophisticated way for the social media age is rebrand these issues so that the American public can get in behind them very simply at the local level. And that's why Easter Seals Dixon Center is the perfect organization for that. We as citizenry has put an incredible amount of investment in our veterans, their skills, their courage, their honor. And when they bring these skill sets back home, we want them applied into American culture. We want them to be productive, proud members of our society.
So Billy with Smashing Pumpkins this summer and Marilyn Manson, both military family members, are going to be out building public awareness, encouraging community involvement, promoting community-based services.
And I think that's a very easy message for me to make because I'm the perfect example of somebody who used the American system, the American dream to become successful. So I don't mind using my social currency to try to promote this issue in the social sphere, but this conversation needs to happen and it's long overdue.
I recognize that Billy got and understood that if you've met a veteran, you've met a veteran. Each of us have our own goals, our own dreams, our own challenges coming home. But we're veterans, we're not victims. That this isn't about pity, it's about recognizing the potential of those that have served that just want to own a piece of the rock. They want to come home and live their lives. But when we forget about the wars, we can never forget about the veterans and their families.